Do Africans have affection for their leaders? Generally not. However, a shift has occurred. There is widespread admiration for Ibrahim Traoré, and upon the conclusion of his term, there was a clamor for its extension. Such a phenomenon is unprecedented in African history. The affection shown towards Ibrahim Traoré signifies his effective leadership. Rumors abound regarding the extension of his tenure. Yet, what implications will this hold for Africa as a whole? Let's find out. As Burkina Faso approaches a pivotal moment in its political history, the nation's future hangs in the balance. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's transitional government is set to end on July 1, 2024, marking the culmination of a period defined by significant reforms and bold leadership. Traoré, who assumed power in September 2022 and was officially appointed interim president a month later, pledged to lead the country towards elections in July 2024. With the transition period nearing its conclusion, Traoré has announced his intention to step down, adhering to his promise of facilitating a return to civilian rule. However, this announcement has sparked a wave of public reaction, revealing a strong undercurrent of support for Traoré to remain in power. Thousands of citizens have rallied, expressing their desire for him to extend his leadership. This public sentiment highlights the complexities of the current situation, where the desire for stability and continued progress challenges the scheduled transition to democracy. This rarely happens in African nations. Most people are always tired of their leaders and want a new one, but not with Traoré. So why is that? Captain Ibrahim Traoré came to power in September 2022 following a period of intense political instability. Appointed interim president in October 2022, Traoré pledged to lead a transitional government to organize elections by July 2024. This transitional period was intended to provide a window for implementing necessary reforms and addressing the challenges facing Burkina Faso, from economic hardships to security threats posed by terrorism and internal conflicts. With the transitional government's end date approaching, Traoré reiterated his commitment to stepping down, emphasizing the importance of adhering to the established timeline for a democratic transition. This announcement was meant to reassure both domestic and international observers of Burkina Faso's dedication to returning to civilian rule. In preparation for the impending transition, national consultations were held on May 25th and 26th in Ouagadougou. These consultations were crucial in determining the next steps for Burkina Faso's political future. Representatives from civil society, political parties, and the military gathered to discuss and shape the country's path forward. The agenda for these consultations was comprehensive, focusing on key issues such as the feasibility of holding elections as scheduled, the potential need for extending the transitional period, and measures to ensure stability during the transition. The discussions were marked by diverse viewpoints, reflecting the varied interests and concerns of the participants. The national consultations concluded with several critical insights and recommendations. While some representatives advocated for adhering to the original timeline and proceeding with elections in July 2024, others voiced concerns about the readiness of the country for such a transition. The arguments for extending the transitional period were grounded in the need to consolidate the gains made under Traoré's leadership, particularly in areas of economic and security reforms. One of the most significant outcomes of the consultations was the acknowledgement of the widespread public support for Traoré. Participants recognized the strong sentiment among the populace, with many calling for constitutional amendments to allow for an extension of Traoré's leadership. This proposal, however, posed a complex challenge, balancing the democratic aspirations with the practical considerations of ensuring stability and continuity. And what about the public? The support for extending Captain Ibrahim Traoré's transition period was vividly demonstrated on May 11th, when thousands of citizens rallied in Ouagadougou. This gathering was a powerful expression of the public's desire for Traoré to continue his leadership. The rally was notable for its size and the diversity of participants, including local citizens, activists, and even visitors from neighboring countries. Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now. Speakers at the rally highlighted Traoré's achievements and argued that his leadership was crucial for the ongoing stability and development of Burkina Faso. "We believe Captain Traoré has brought significant positive changes, and we need him to continue his work," said one participant. This sentiment was echoed by many, reflecting a deep trust in Traoré's ability to guide the nation through its current challenges. The rally showcased the broad-based support for Traoré's leadership, with various groups coming together to voice their approval. Local citizens spoke passionately about the improvements they had seen in their communities since Traoré took office, citing better security measures and efforts to combat corruption. Activists praised his commitment to human rights and his willingness to engage with civil society. The presence of visitors from neighboring countries underscored the regional significance of Traoré's leadership, suggesting that his impact extends beyond Burkina Faso's borders. As the crowd gathered in Ouagadougou's central square, a sense of unity and shared purpose was palpable. Banners and signs carried messages of support for Traoré, while chants and songs celebrated his achievements. The atmosphere was one of optimism and determination, with many attendees expressing hope for a brighter future under Traoré's continued leadership. The speeches at the rally emphasized not only Traoré's past accomplishments, but also the need for continuity to ensure ongoing progress. Speakers argued that the transition period should be extended to allow Traoré to build on the foundations he had laid and to address the challenges that still lie ahead. They pointed to his success in stabilizing the country and implementing reforms as evidence of his capability and vision. Now, is West talking about this African support for a leader? You will often see Western media highlighting issues and crises in Africa, but when things go right, they don't want to show it. Despite the significant turnout and strong public sentiment at the rally, it received little to no coverage in Western media. This lack of coverage has sparked discussions about media bias, with many suggesting that Western media would have extensively covered the event if the citizens had demanded a swift transition to civilian rule instead. The disparity in coverage highlights the complexities of international media narratives and their impact on global perceptions. The limited coverage by Western media contrasts sharply with the local and regional attention the rally received. Local news outlets and regional observers provided extensive reports, capturing the energy and determination of the participants. This divergence in media narratives highlights how the West does not want to show good things about Africa. The local and regional media extensively covered the rally, providing detailed reports and analysis. Journalists and observers highlighted the significant turnout and the diverse representation among the participants, reflecting a broad base of support for Traoré. They documented the speeches and sentiments expressed by the attendees, emphasizing the public's trust in Traoré's leadership and their desire for him to continue guiding the nation through its current challenges. Now comes a question a global audience needs an answer to. What really Traoré did that got him this support from locals? Under Traoré's leadership, Burkina Faso has seen several significant reforms and initiatives which have contributed to his strong public support. Key among these achievements are his efforts in the agricultural sector, mining industry, economic measures, and security enhancements. In the agricultural sector, Traoré's government has made substantial investments in agricultural equipment and inputs, aiming to achieve food self-sufficiency. These efforts have started to yield results, with increased agricultural productivity and reduced dependency on food imports. The push towards agricultural self-reliance has been a cornerstone of Traoré's domestic policy, addressing both economic and social needs. The emphasis on boosting local agriculture has not only enhanced food security, but also provided livelihoods for numerous rural families, fostering a sense of stability and progress in the countryside. In the mining sector, Traoré has implemented policies designed to retain more value within the country and create jobs. Notably, his administration banned gold exports and constructed a gold refinery. Additionally, a mining waste facility was established to further enhance the sector's sustainability and job creation potential. By ensuring that more of the wealth generated from mining stays within the country, Traoré has been able to use these resources to fund public services and infrastructure projects, benefiting the broader population. Traoré has also taken bold steps to balance the economic system, including refusing a presidential salary and reducing politicians' salaries. These actions have been well received by the public, reinforcing his image as a leader dedicated to national interests. Such measures have helped to instill a sense of fairness and accountability in the government, contributing to societal stability. By demonstrating personal sacrifice and a commitment to austerity, Traoré has set a tone of integrity and responsibility, encouraging similar behavior throughout the public sector. Responding to the country's ongoing security challenges, Traoré's administration has acquired new weapons and military equipment and has collaborated with other countries' military forces. These efforts have been crucial in addressing terrorism and internal conflicts, enhancing the overall security situation. Traoré's focus on security has been pivotal in maintaining order and protecting the populace from external and internal threats. His proactive stance on security has not only helped to neutralize immediate threats, but also to build a more robust defense infrastructure for the future, ensuring long-term stability and safety for the citizens of Burkina Faso. One of Traoré's most symbolic economic measures was the reduction of politicians' salaries, including his refusal to accept a presidential salary. This move was widely applauded as a demonstration of his commitment to reducing government expenditure and addressing economic inequalities. By cutting the salaries of high-ranking officials, Traoré sent a strong message about the importance of public service and fiscal responsibility. This salary reduction was not merely a superficial gesture, but a profound statement of the values of his administration. It underscored his dedication to aligning the interests of government officials with those of the general populace, fostering a culture of sacrifice and accountability. The initiative aimed to redirect financial resources towards essential public services and development projects, addressing the pressing needs of the citizens. Traoré's decision to forego his presidential salary resonated deeply with the public, bolstering his image as a leader genuinely invested in the nation's well-being rather than personal gain. This act of humility and responsibility helped to build trust and solidarity between the government and the people, reinforcing the perception of Traoré as a steward of national interests. Additionally, the move to cut politicians' salaries was part of a broader strategy to instill fiscal discipline within the government. It aimed to reduce unnecessary expenditure and ensure that the state's resources were utilized efficiently and transparently. By leading by example, Traoré encouraged other officials to adopt a similar ethos of service and responsibility, promoting a more ethical and accountable governance framework. Traoré's administration has also implemented various policies aimed at balancing the economic system. These include measures to combat corruption, improve tax collection, and increase transparency in public finances. These initiatives have helped to create a more equitable economic environment, fostering trust and confidence in the government. Overall, these achievements under Traoré's leadership have significantly contributed to his strong public support, showcasing his commitment to the nation's economic, social, and security needs. His holistic approach to governance, encompassing agricultural development, resource management, economic reform, and security enhancement, has laid a solid foundation for continued progress and stability in Burkina Faso. As Burkina Faso navigates this critical period, the future outlook remains uncertain yet hopeful. The strong public support for Traoré underscores the trust and confidence he has built during his tenure. Calls for constitutional amendments to allow for an extension of his leadership highlight the public's concern for stability and their belief in Traoré's capacity to continue guiding the nation. The coming weeks are crucial as decisions regarding the potential extension of the transitional period or adherence to the scheduled elections will shape Burkina Faso's future. The implications of these decisions are far-reaching, impacting political stability, economic growth, and security. While some argue that extending Traoré's term could provide the stability needed for Burkina Faso to overcome its current challenges, others caution against delaying elections, emphasizing the importance of democratic processes for long-term stability and international legitimacy. Balancing these considerations will be key to ensuring a smooth and effective transition, regardless of the path chosen. You must be wondering what the outcomes are. There are recent reports that say his time has been extended. The consultations concluded with several key outcomes and recommendations that will shape the next steps in Burkina Faso's political transition. The consultations did not reach a unanimous decision on the election timeline. However, there was a general agreement on the need for flexibility. It was recommended that the decision on whether to hold elections as scheduled or extend the transitional period should be based on a comprehensive assessment of the country's readiness, particularly concerning security and political stability. There was a strong consensus on the need to continue strengthening security measures. Recommendations included increasing support for the military, enhancing intelligence capabilities, and fostering regional and international security collaborations to combat terrorism and internal conflicts effectively. Participants recommended sustaining and expanding the economic reforms initiated under Traoré's leadership. Key suggestions included increasing investments in agricultural technology, promoting value addition in the mining sector, and implementing policies that ensure the population's economic benefits are widely distributed. The consultations underscored the importance of inclusive governance. Recommendations included enhancing the participation of women and youth in decision-making processes, addressing social inequalities, and promoting policies that foster social cohesion and national unity. Given the strong public support for Traoré, there were calls for considering constitutional amendments to allow for an extension of his leadership. This proposal was contentious, reflecting the tension between democratic principles and practical governance considerations. It was recommended that any constitutional changes should be approached with caution and broad consensus to ensure legitimacy and stability. Now the question is, what does this strong public support mean for the future of Burkina Faso? Has the nation awakened? The strong public support for Traoré has significant implications for Burkina Faso's political future. It highlights the challenges of balancing democratic principles with the practical need for stability and effective governance. The calls for constitutional amendments to allow for an extension of Traoré's term reflect the public's concern for stability and their belief in his leadership. However, this proposal is contentious, raising questions about the integrity of democratic processes and the potential risks of undermining democratic institutions. Any move to amend the Constitution must be approached with caution, ensuring broad consensus and legitimacy to avoid further political instability. The strong support for Traoré complicates the scheduled democratic transition. While elections are a cornerstone of democratic governance, the public's desire for continuity and stability suggests that a rushed transition could be destabilizing. Balancing the need for democratic processes with the practical realities of the current situation will be crucial in ensuring a smooth and effective transition. And what happens if the time is extended? If Captain Ibrahim Traoré's transitional government period is extended beyond the planned end date of July 1, 2024, several potential positive outcomes and implications could arise across various facets of Burkina Faso's socio-political and economic landscape. Politically, an extension might provide the government with the necessary time to continue and potentially complete significant reforms initiated in sectors like agriculture, mining, and security. These reforms have been pivotal in steering the country towards stability and development. By prolonging his tenure, Traoré could ensure that these initiatives are firmly embedded, thus contributing to long-term stability. Furthermore, avoiding the immediate disruption that elections could bring in a still fragile environment might allow for a more secure and credible electoral process in the future. Public sentiment towards an extension of Traoré's rule is likely to be positive if his administration continues to enjoy significant popular support due to its achievements. Many citizens might welcome the stability and continuity his extended tenure promises. Engaging more extensively with civil society during this period could also ensure that the eventual transition to civilian rule is more inclusive and participatory, fostering a stronger democratic foundation. Internationally, some international partners might support the move if they believe it will lead to greater stability and a more managed transition to democracy. This support could translate into continued or even enhanced assistance in security and economic development, strengthening Burkina Faso's strategic partnerships. Economically, an extension of Traoré's rule could provide much-needed continuity for economic policies and reforms that are already underway. This stability might bolster investor confidence and contribute to sustained economic growth, particularly if long-term projects in infrastructure and mining continue to receive support. Moreover, ongoing development initiatives aimed at improving agricultural productivity and achieving food self-sufficiency could benefit from the additional time, helping to secure economic stability and growth. Africa, or at least Burkina Faso's future bright now? In terms of political stability, Burkina Faso has made significant strides towards democratic governance, evident in recent transitions from military to civilian rule. The willingness to engage in political dialogue and transition processes signals a commitment to stability and democratic principles. Economically, Burkina Faso possesses abundant natural resources, including fertile land and minerals, offering opportunities for economic development. Investment in key sectors like agriculture, mining, and renewable energy has the potential to spur growth and create employment opportunities. Socially, the resilience of the Burkinabe people demonstrated through their ability to overcome challenges and adapt to changing circumstances bodes well for the nation's future. Strong community ties and a culture of mutual support contribute to social cohesion and resilience in the face of adversity. And with the leaders that people love, Burkina Faso is set on the right path. Do you think they should listen to the public? What would happen if they do? Will the future of Burkina Faso be prosperous? Let us know in the comment section. Why do you think people love Traoré? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If so, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Black culture, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious Blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.